Good morning, everyone. Myself Jagjit Patel, PGT Biology, Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya, Paschim Mednipur, and today I am taking class 9, and the chapter is Why Do We Fall Ill? The chapter is very, very important. So, why do we fall ill? Uh, we to discuss this chapter. So I already shared in this chapter what we are going to discuss. The number one, we are going to discuss what is disease, types of disease, causes of disease, means of spread of disease. So in this first slide, you can see that here is a lady. Here is a lady. Uh, she is suffering from something. She is suffering from something. And here is very important picture that show that very old Indian concept, that is health is wealth. Health is wealth. And here you can see there is a different kind of small medicines, tablets, capsules. They are basically used when we are sick, when we are diseased. So disease are very common nowadays, and they are very, very dangerous. How we can avoid from the disease, prevention, method of prevention. So these all the things we are going to discuss in this chapter. So here in this picture you can see that a sick person, the sick person is looking very, very, very strange, and the maybe the disease may be very, very common nowadays, that is the corona nowadays, a very common disease, highly contagious. And another, the person may be suffer from some protozoan disease, some protozoan disease, maybe because of some germs, or maybe because of some toxic material, maybe because of some microbes, maybe smoking or something else that may cause very, very important problem, that is called disease. So the person is facing the disease. What is the reason? We are going to discuss this here. So first we must know what is disease. What is disease? So what is disease? Disease in the sense it is made by two words. The number one is this, this, and another word is. This plus is. Whenever we are not feeling easy, suppose we are eating food and we are not feeling easy, we are working, we are studying and we are not feeling easy. In that particular situation, we can see that we are suffering from some disease. We have some disease. That disease maybe because of corona nowadays, maybe because of smoking, maybe because of microbes, maybe because of some toxic substances, maybe because of germs, maybe because of protozoa. So disease, whenever you are not feeling easy, in that situation you cannot give your best to your work. If you are not feeling easy, you, in the sense you are diseased, you having the disease, you are not feeling ease. In that situation you cannot give your best for any purpose, for any work. So if a person is diseased, then he is unable to perform better in his work. So what is disease? Is any condition, it's a kind of any condition that may lead to discomfort. This cause you discomfort, this cause you distress, this may cause you tension, several health problems, or death of the affected person. Sometimes it may cause death of the affected person. So it may cause the death also. So whenever any person is having the disease, that may have discomfort. He is not comfortable. He is not comfort. He is feeling distress, several health problems, or death of the affected person, maybe because of the disease. So now we are going to discuss what are the different kind of disease. So disease are basically categorized in three groups. The number one, acquired disease. The number one, acquired disease. Acquired disease in the sense we are inviting the disease. We are taking the disease from some other person. So this kind of disease is called acquired disease. Another kind of disease that is called congenital disease. Congenital disease, and they are present since the birth. Some of the disease that we carry from our parents, inherit from our parents. So that kind of disease present since our birth. So those disease together called congenital disease, and the disease may be because of the disease may be because of some deficiency. You are not feeling easy, you are having a disease, maybe because of deficiency of vitamins, deficiency of minerals, deficiency of protein, deficiency of carbohydrate, deficiency of lipids. Whatever nutrients are there, they are called deficiency disease or deficiency syndrome, deficiency disease. So just like in deficiency of vitamin A person facing color night blindness, and vitamin C cause scurvy disease. You already studied in your previous class. And so another group of disease that may be because of some deficiency of minerals, deficiency of vitamins, deficiency of nutrients, and some of the disease are because of metabolic error. In our body, the particular substance is not metabolized in proper way. So some of the disease are metabolic disease, some are degenerative disease. They are causing the death of our internal tissue automatically. Autoimmune disease, some of the disease because of injury, because of heart, because of a stroke. Some of the disease because of allergies. So these are also one other group of disease that may be because of several factors. So disease broadly categorized in three groups: acquired, that we get from our surrounding. Such disease we always get from our surrounding, just like corona. Corona is a kind of acquired disease because a person transferred to other person, that is present in our surrounding, and we are getting that one. We are inviting that disease. So that kind of disease is called acquired disease. Congenital disease, present since the birth. Some of the disease are because of deficiency, because of metabolic error, because of degenerative degeneration of tissue, because of injuries, because of allergies. Further, the acquired disease categorized in two groups. The number one, infectious disease. Infectious, those can spread from one type of organism to other kind of organism. Means they are spreading from one person to other person, human to human, maybe animal to human, maybe human to animal, like that. So that kind of disease is called infectious disease, which get transferred from one kind of organism, diseased person, to another undiseased person. So infectious disease, that is spreading through animals, spreading through various other means, also by touch. And some other disease are non-infectious disease. They are not getting transferred from touch, normal method of communication, so they are non-infectious. just like diabetes, cancer. These are some disease which are not infectious. They cannot transmit from one person to other person by normal touch or by normal contact. So acquired disease basically are of two type. Number one, infectious disease. Number two, non-infectious disease. Again, infectious disease broadly characterized in two groups: contagious and non-contagious. Contagious in the sense, contagious disease in the sense, the infectious disease that transmit from human to human, just like corona is transferring from one human to other human. So this is a contagious disease. It is not a non-contagious disease. Some of the disease transfer from animal to human, just like uh, rabies. Rabies virus transfer from dog to human. So that is also infectious by biting, but that is non-contagious because that disease do not transfer from human to human. If there is any particular disease getting transmit from one person to other person, that is called contagious disease. And nowadays the corona, still the research is going on, but it is highly contagious because this transfer from one person to other person. This still there is no proper evidence that the disease transfer from any animal to other animal, just like dog to human, human to dog, cats to human, human to cats, like that. So this is contagious disease because it transfer from human to human. And non-contagious disease that may transfer from human to animals, animals to human, just like Zika. So many viruses that transfer from birds to human and human to birds again. So disease may be categorized in three broad categories: acquired, contagious, congenital, and because of some other. This is the other part. So acquired disease, again two types: infectious, non-infectious. Infectious, again contagious, non-contagious. Others are maybe deficiency disease, maybe metabolic disease, maybe degenerative disease, maybe disease because of injury, maybe because of allergies. So they are basically different kind. Another method of classification of disease, that is duration. How durable the particular disease can affect the person. So type of disease on the basis of duration, there are two types: acute disease and chronic disease. Acute disease, acute disease, some disease last for only very short period of time. Acute disease last for very short period. This one is very important. They last for very short period of time. And these are called acute disease. They are called acute disease those last for very short period of time. Basically they give more pain. Some of the disease like diabetes, like cancer, like AIDS, they are chronic disease because they can affect our body for a long time. And acute disease like diarrhea, cholera, diarrhea, common cold, corona disease, also acute disease because it also lasts for a very short period of time, up to 10 to 15 days. In between you will be cured or you will be uncured totally. So acute disease, some disease that last for few short period, very short period, very short period of time, and these are called acute disease. Just like common cold. Okay. Common cold, another group of disease, that is called chronic disease. Some disease lasts for a long time. This disease last for a long time, long time. So they are affecting the body for a long time. So they are called chronic disease, just like diabetes, cancer, AIDS, elephantiasis, swelling in the leg, tuberculosis, TB. They affect the body for a long time, so they are chronic disease. Chronic disease, some disease lasts for a long time, even as much as a lifetime. Sometimes a person can survive full life with this kind of disease, and so they are called chronic disease. Chronic disease last in for long time duration. Next, here in this picture, you can message me. Yes, one question is there. So if the disease transfer from animal to animal, in this case, what is the type of that disease? So basically, that is a human to human. If that is transferring, that is called contagious. Animal to animal, other maybe some other words may be used, but that is not contagious. Human to human, in the sense contagious only. So here, this one, you tell me which kind of disease it is. It is acute disease or it is chronic disease. आप हमको चैट बॉक्स में बताइए. Whatever says suffering from some disease, whether the disease is acute or the disease is chronic, you can write in the chat box quickly so that I move forward. Yes, anybody write the answer. What are the disease? I am putting the number. This one. This one is number 2, and this is some SARS-like disease, respiratory disease. 3. So what is 1, 2, and 3? Right, very good. Acute disease. This one is the acute disease because common cold lasts for very short time period. 1 week or some 1 week or 10 days, 15 days. This and number two. Okay, I think the message is clear to you all. Number 2 is a girl that's suffering from elephantiasis. Elephantiasis, there is a kind of Nematoda Wuchereria bronchiectae. So she is suffering from this kind of disease, and she can survive whole life with this disease. So this is a chronic disease. Tuberculosis or something like that, that is also a chronic disease because person can survive for long time. Types of disease, basically already I discussed. They are congenital disease and acquired disease. Congenital disease, these kind of disease are present since birth. Here one thing very important, the word since birth. Congenital disease, the disease that are present since birth are called congenital disease. They are caused due to genetic abnormality. They are caused due to genetic abnormality. There is some genetic abnormality in the embryo. So in the developing child, so this kind of disease appear after the birth. So another disease, acquired disease, these kind of disease are developed after birth. This kind of disease develop after birth. There are 2 types, infectious and non-infectious. Like example, corona and cancer. Cancer, we acquired it from our surrounding. Corona also we acquired it from corona. Okay, very good. I am getting the answer and you people writing the correct answer. So next, congenital disease. These kind of disease are present since birth. Again, they are present since birth. They are caused due to genetic abnormality. They are caused because of genetic abnormality. Example, color blindness. People are unable to differentiate between red and green color. So this is a kind of genital disease, congenital disease, and it is present since the birth. It is because of some genetic abnormality. So another example of the congenital disease is hemophilia. Hemophilia, if a person get cut to the skin, there is continuous bleeding for long time, so there is excess loss of blood from the body. Because of that, sometime a person may die. So congenital disease, this kind of disease are present since birth. This one is very important. They are present since birth. They are because of genetic abnormality. They are because of genetic abnormality, and the best example is color blindness and hemophilia. Color blindness and hemophilia are the best example. Acquired disease. These kind of disease are developed after birth. They are developed after birth. This kind of disease developed after birth. There are two types: infectious disease and non-infectious disease. There are two types basically: infectious and non-infectious disease. Example is corona. Corona, cancer, they are acquired disease and they do not get developed. Again, in this picture, you can see what are acquired disease, what is chronic disease. So now you are very much clear. There is several kind of disease on the basis of their transmission, on the basis of their nature of infection. So now we are going to discuss what is the symptom of disease. If suppose that someone is having some disease, not feeling ease, so what may be the symptom? The number one symptom, very common for all kind of disease, that is the number one, fever. Body temperature will increase. So fever is one of the symptom of disease. Another symptom is coughing. Coughing is very common in old age, so it's also kind of a symptom that person is having some disease. Fatigue, tiredness, tired ho jata hai, quick fatigue, body have no stamina for long exercise, long physical work. Another example is headache. There is headache. Another symptom of disease. Muscle ache, muscular ache, pain in the muscles. Nasal discharge, just like this is one of the common symptom for common cold. For corona, in corona also there is nasal discharge. So common cold, flu, in flu also nasal discharge. Another symptom is dizziness. Earth looks like rotating, dizziness. Diarrhea is another kind of symptom. Diarrhea, loose motion, excess loss of water, because our intestine reduce the absorption of water, so there is excess loss of water from the body. And some other kind of symptom also, some other symptoms apart from this that indicate the person is suffering from some disease. So these are the symptom of disease. This is not a disease. Very clearly you must know that sometimes you people what understand that fever is a disease. No, fever is not a disease. Fever is a symptom. Coughing is a disease. No, it's a symptom. Fatigue, it's not a disease, it's a symptom. Headache, very common. Several kind of disease having the same kind of symptom like headache. If you are suffering from flu, if you are suffering from common cold, if you are suffering from, anybody is suffering from recent coming newly appeared disease corona, then there is a nasal discharge, there is headache. So several diseases have the common symptoms, and some of the disease have very unique symptom. So basically these are the symptoms. Next, causes of disease. What are the different cause of disease? Number one cause of the disease are pathogens. Pathogens, pathogens like virus, bacteria, fungi, protozoans, and worms. They cause the disease in our body. Poor health and nourishment. Poor health. Naturally, there is poor health and malnutrition. There is not. We are not taking sufficient amount of vitamin, minerals, and different food items. So we are not taking healthy food. Malnutrition, nourishment. So poor health and poor nourishment is another reason of disease. Malfunctioning of body organs. Sometimes our body organs not work properly. That is not working as efficiently as we require. So malfunctioning, that is called malfunctioning. Malfunctioning of heart is very common. Heart failure, kidney failure, brain stroke. So many kind of malfunctioning of body organs. Environmental pollution, very malfunctioning of body organs. Environmental pollution is the major cause of several kind of disease. And genetic disorders, sometimes the disease may be because of genetic abnormalities. So there are several causes of diseases here. Our health can be influenced by different means. Number one, here, stress level. Health is another kind of total fitness of the body. So health may be affected by the stress level of stress. Everybody is stressed, but what is the level? Someone is more and someone is less. The diet, the nature of diet, whatever you are taking, that also affect our health. As we took the food, the same is our mind. People say that as quality you are taking the food, as quality is your nature. जितने क्वालिटी का आप फूड लेते हैं उतने क्वालिटी का आप नेचर भी होता है. So that is very important factor. Another important factor is lifestyle. Nowadays people are having different kind of lifestyle. Just example, lifestyle of Baba Ramdev, it's something different from lifestyle of me. We are lazy people, we are sleeping late. Somebody get up early and do exercise. So these are the different kind of lifestyle. So lifestyle also play very important role to maintain the health. Family history. Suppose that in a certain family there is some genetic disease, so there is much more chance to that will pass to successive generation. Family history is also basically जो diabetic patient होते हैं, ये this is observed that in their family the diabetes is very common. So family history also playing very important role in health. Another important factor is our environment. What kind of environment we are living, and very important, that is the exercise keep our body fit and maintain the health of total body. So these are the some factors which directly or indirectly influence our health. So earlier we studied about the disease and now there is health. So what is the difference between healthy and disease free person? This is a very common question repeatedly asked. A healthy person, what is the difference between healthy and disease free person? So health is a broad term. हेल्दी होना एक बहुत बड़ा टर्म है, एंड डिजीज फ्री होना इन द सेंस दैट इज अ पार्ट ऑफ हेल्थ. If we are not having any kind of disease, it doesn't mean we are healthy. We may be unhealthy because of some social interaction, because of social pressure. So what are the difference between healthy and disease free people? So healthy and disease free. Health, it is a state of physical, it is a state of physical, mental and social well-being. Three terms are there. Health is the state of physical, mental and social well-being, while disease free in the sense it is a very easy that it is a state of absence of disease. If a person do not have any kind of disease, we can say that the person is disease free. But the person may have some social problems, some physical problems that is not included in a disease free condition. It is included in health definition. So according to the WHO, health is a state of physical, mental and social well-being of a person. Another very important difference is the health or healthy person refers to the individual physical and social environment. This particularly represent the individual physical, whatever physical environment and whatever social environment is having, that is have great importance to the health of the particular person. It refers only to the individual. Healthy environment, in the sense it's a broad term used for a group of people, and it refers only to the individual, to a particular person. If we are talking a disease free person, so I am talking about a single person. But whenever time we talking about the healthy person, in the sense we are taking a broad term. So the individuals has good health, the individual may have good health, or poor health. In this situation, a person may or may not have good health, that may have some poor health also. Again, you can see acquired disease, infectious, non-infectious, contagious. Contagious in the sense human to human, non-contagious, human to animal, animal to human and birds, like that. So infectious disease that transmit easily from one person to other person by contact, direct contact, by touch, by sharing of cloth, by sharing of food, and through environment also. So what are the topics, what are the points we are going to discuss in infectious disease? That is infectious agents, what are different kind of infectious agents, means of spread, how they spread, and organ specific, tissue specific, manifestation, principles of treatment and principles of prevention. So a little we are moving here. So infectious agents, organisms that can cause disease, are found in a wide range. Whatever organism they can cause the disease in our body, they found in a wide range of category, such as they may be virus, they may be bacteria, they may be fungi, they may be protozoan, they may be worms. So they are causing the disease in our body. So here is some example I listed here. Infectious agents, just like virus cause corona, very common, SARS, severe acute respiratory syndrome. Earlier this was also a pandemic, as just like corona. Another is common cold, influenza, dengue fever, AIDS. These group of disease are caused by the virus. Another group of infectious disease causing agent, they are bacteria. Bacteria cause number one, typhoid, very common typhoid, cholera, tuberculosis. Another example is Helicobacter pylori. This is a germ bacteria that cause peptic ulcer. Peptic ulcer, gastric ulcer, peptic ulcer, stomach ulcer. So they are very close to the cancer. They are not too much dangerous as cancer, but they are very much close to that. And Staphylococci. This is a very common bacteria, and mostly everybody have this bacteria, and it cause acne. Pimples on the skin में थोड़ा थोड़ा pimples निकल के चेहरा खराब हो जाता है, and that is a bacterial disease caused by Staphylococci. Staphylococci bacteria cause the this disease. This one, this is caused by another group of agent of disease, that is a fungi. Fungi cause ringworm. Ringworm, very common disease. Ringworm in the skin. Circular rashes develop in the skin. ये circular rashes यहाँ पे develop हो जाते हैं. And another very important disease caused by fungus, that is the baldness. If they infect in our skin, so that particular portion in the basically head region, the hair become disturbed, disappear. वहां से जो hair है वो पैच में, here and there जो hairs हैं, they will disappear, and that's caused by the infection of fungus that is called Tinea capitis scab. If this infect in our head, in our scalp, so hairs will be shed. So protozoa, another group of agent, they cause malaria, kala ajar. Malaria, very common protozoan disease caused by Plasmodium vivax. Kala ajar, that is also called black fever caused by leishmania. Sleeping sickness caused by trypanosoma. So there are several agents that cause the disease in human body, and now means of spread of infectious disease we would discuss in next session, that will start as next week as per the schedule. So thank you very much everyone, and you can ask your queries in my personal WhatsApp group. In that I will reply you. So thank you everyone. Thank you very much.